Hi, I'm Laura Hill and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about getting older. Well, not age-wise, mentally. How do you keep yourself busy? How do you keep your mind busy and your body busy as all of your responsibility starts to peel off layer by layer? Well, this is Smart Women, Smart Conversations, a place where you can grab a cup of coffee and just talk about some of the issues that affect women day in and day out. You know, as we get older, not too old, but older, many of us are retiring. If you own a business, you're thinking about selling your business. Maybe your children are leaving the house. They've aged up and they're gone. I think once they get their driver's license, they're pretty much gone anyway. But once they really leave the house and it's you and your spouse and your dogs or your cats, you look at each other and you're like, wow. Now, my situation is a little bit different. My husband is still working full time. I am starting to phase out of a company that my family has owned for many, many years, and we're getting ready to shut that company down in a couple of months. My employees are ready to retire. They've been with us for almost, 30 years. And so my schedule, as our business has scaled down, my schedule has really freed up. You know, at the same time, I left my career as an elected official, and with that, I left a lot of the philanthropy work that I did, Chamber of Commerce, events that I went to. And so gradually, I went from being this incredibly busy person in my mind to someone who just has to find things to do. Now, if you'd asked the 40-year-old me, I would have told you I was living for these days, right? The kids are gone, the house is quiet, I can watch what I want to watch on TV unless my husband gets the remote first. And life is very casual. But what I found is it isn't all I thought it would be. I miss the noise. I miss the schedule. I miss having to be somewhere and having to do something. I don't know how you feel, but I'm okay now. Looking back, I was always exhausted every night when I went to bed. Now I'm kind of like looking at the watch going, oh yeah, it is bedtime. And I've noticed bedtime's getting earlier and earlier and earlier. I used to go to bed at 10:30 at night. Now at 9 o'clock, my husband and I are looking at each other like, are you tired? I'm tired, let's go to bed. But I haven't done enough to be tired, and that's what's really bugging me. So yes, as we get older, we need more sleep. I'm okay with that. But I miss the mental stimulation that used to wear me out. Yes, I miss a bit of the stress that came with being so busy and being pulled in a lot of different directions. And I also miss the physical outlet of getting somewhere and having to be on time and having something to do and going from one place to the other. I am not a sedentary person, but if you give me a good Netflix show, I can arrange to be on the sofa for a really long time. And I never would have done that before. But now, because I have the time, because I'm not being pressed to be anywhere, I find myself being a real casual. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm looking out the window right now. I have a garden that really has to be weeded. I've said that for 3 weeks now. I just put things off. It seems like the busier we are, the more organized we are. And the less we have to do, there's no reason, there's no pressure to be organized. The other thing that comes along with that is weight, right? I've weighed 40 pounds more than I weigh now, but I've also weighed 20 pounds less over, I'm in my 60s, so it's over a very big lifetime. But what I'm starting to notice is when you're not mentally stimulated, you're not physically stimulated. So when I have a lot going on, like I said, I find myself running around, and running around leads to more running around, leads to feeling better, leads to more energy. And for me, it all comes from that mental stimulation. I don't know about you. I always thought I would be the person who wanted to sit and read books, and I love to read, but I just feel like it right now, sitting down and reading for a couple of hours, for me, feels like I'm feeding into the rut that I've found myself getting into. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't want to do something where I'm going to be sitting and not doing anything, because, reading is something obviously, but not moving, because that's what I feel like my problem is. I feel like I need more of a physical outlet, and more than anything, I need a mental outlet. And share with me if you're feeling that too. It's, maybe it's just it's just life, and eventually my body's going to be happy that my mind is slowing down, and my mind's going to be happy that my body's slowing down. I don't know. I think the longer we go, the better for us, and keeping ourselves energized and creative. And I don't know if it's a new hobby. I don't know if it's sure, it's more exercise. Of course it's more exercise. Eating better. Well, eating better is really easy to say, and I'm certainly not anybody who's giving any advice on weight. What I will say is what used to work for me 10 years ago doesn't work anymore. And it's so frustrating to think you're eating well and nothing happens. You're still the same weight, hopefully the same weight, except for the dreaded doctor's appointment once a year where they're going to tell you gain 5 pounds. It's just like, I don't know. It's a miracle. But it is a struggle as we get older. It's a challenge. There's a lot of great stuff, but there's also a lot of inward searching, right? Because we're hoping we're all going to live a very long time, but it's the quality of life, right? We want a quality of life, and we're smart enough to know that that quality of life comes from using our minds as well as using our bodies. Well, I'd love to hear your comments. Share with me if you've come up with any great ideas. I will preface my comments by saying I am not an athlete, and unfortunately, that's too late. There's no hope anymore. But I am looking for other things to do, and I know I've got to get motivated, right? I've got to get motivated. Having been someone who was always motivated by having things I had to do, it's really hard to get motivated when you don't have things that you have to do right now. Have a great day. I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you'll click and subscribe to the channel, and I hope that you'll watch some of the other videos too. I appreciate you helping me grow this new channel. Take care, and I'll see you next time.